There are 13,000 cabs in New York City, but there's only one that pays you. Climb into the cash cab and I'll quiz you all the way to your destination. As the meter clicks, the questions get harder and the stakes get higher. If you get stumped, you can shout out for help on the phone or off the street.
Can I ask you a question?
But be careful, because in this rig, it's 3 strikes and you are out. So what do you say? You in? I'm all right, you know.
I got to do 92nd and Lex to 92nd Street Y.
You guys are in the Cash Cab. It's a TV game show that takes place right here in my taxi.
This is great.
Okay, here's how the game works. I'm your host. My name is Ben Bailey. I'm going to drive you guys to your destination. I'm going to ask you general knowledge questions along the way. They're going to start off easy. They're going to get harder as we go. As long as you guys continue to answer them correctly, you're going to win cash all the way to the 92nd Street Wop. But here's the catch. If you get 3 wrong, that's 3 strikes and you are out, which means I'm gonna pull over and kick you guys out on the spot, right where we are, and you lose everything. So those are the rules of the game. What do you say? Do you wanna play?
Let's play!
Let's play the game.
All right, let's take a ride in the Cash Cab. So what are your names?
I'm Mark.
And I'm Damon.
You guys are headed up to 92nd and Lex. That is 43 blocks from here. That means you have 43 blocks to rack up as much money as you can by answering these questions correctly. So let's get started right away. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, these first questions are worth $25 apiece. Here's your first one. Associated with nuclear detonations, extremely large explosions commonly form a cloud in the shape of what food?
Mushroom. Should we say mushroom?
Go for it.
It would be mushroom.
Mushroom is right, and you're on the board with $25.
All right.
Completed in 1970, the High Aswan Dam required the relocation of over 90,000 residents who lived along the banks of what river?
We'll say the Nile.
And I'll say, you're up to $50. That is correct. Because civilians can't always handle the truth, what special tribunals are used to determine violations of military law?
Court-martial.
That's not a court. What? Something court. Military court.
Strike one. You should listen to your friend. It's court-martial.
Oh!
Oh.
Darn.
Careful, guys. That's 1 strike. 2 more of those, and I gotta throw you out.
Oh, boy. Sorry.
What form of exercise commonly requires participants to strike a compromising pose called downward-facing dog?
We will say yoga.
Yoga is correct, and you're right back in the game. Up to $75. Okay, guys, you're 3 for 4 on your $25 questions. These next questions are worth $50 apiece, and they're a little bit harder. Here's your first one. Also known as a game hen, what equally delicious and smaller alternative to chicken was bred to have only white meat?
I think we'll go to
You want to
mobile call.
Mobile call.
Mobile.
Oh, okay, Mo, shout out. Who are you guys gonna call?
We will call Mike.
Mike, the master of poultry?
Hey, Mikey, it's Mark. How you doing? I am in the Cash Cab, and I need your help with a trivia question. Also known as a game hen, what equally delicious and smaller alternative to chicken was bred to have only white meat? Rock Cornish hen.
Cornish hen is correct.
Yay, we got it right. Guys,
Good for
you're lucky.
$50,
Works.
and you're up to
All right.
$125.
I owe you some chocolate.
You're up to $125. Let's see if you guys can make it $175. Here's your next $50 question.
Okay.
Metabolizing slowly in the human body, what addictive painkiller is often doled out to people trying to overcome heroin addiction?
And methadone.
I think you're right. Our answer is methadone.
Methadone is right, and good for $50.
Right.
All right, you guys have $175, 22 blocks to go. Here's your next $50 question. At what famed Midtown Manhattan hotel did Dorothy Parker and pals hold literary court?
It's the Algonquin.
That is correct, and good for another $50.
Nice.
Since 1987, America's Cup winner Dennis Conner has skippered a series of racing yachts with what patriotic name?
It's the Stars and Stripes. That's what
I
it is.
think it is, yeah.
Stars and Stripes.
That is correct, and you're up to $275. Good job.
Nice going.
These next questions are worth $100 each, and they're even harder. Here's your first $100 question. With over 1,200 radio stations, what giant communications company was founded by Lowry Mays and Red McCombs?
Do you know?
I don't know for sure. I'm just making a
Let's do street shout out.
Alrighty, a street shout out it is.
Hi, we're on the Cash Cab. We need your help with a trivia question. With over 1,200 radio stations, what giant communications company was founded by Lowry Mays and Red McCombs?
Clear Channel.
We'll go with Clear Channel.
That's the right one. Good for $100.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Send me a thank you card.
All right, a successful street shout out brings you guys up to $375. Here's your next $100 question. Abbreviated AMT, what type of tax originally meant only for the rich is now emptying the pockets of the middle class?
Is it average median tax?
I think that sounds right.
Average, it can't be median, it's average something. Average mean tax.
Average mean.
5 seconds.
Average mean tax.
It's a good guess, but no. Strike two. Alternative minimum tax.
Did not know.
All right, 2 strikes now. The game has taken a dire turn.
Uh-oh.
You gotta
No
do this.
shout outs left. Here's your next $100 question.
Okay.
Introduced in 1976, what odd diet makes you drink a mixture of lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup?
Oh, man.
I have no idea.
And we're pulling into your
We'll-
destination.
We'll say the Scarborough diet.
No! Oh, that hurts. We're here. And then strike 3 is called Master Cleanse.
Never heard of it.
I'm sorry, guys. I got to kick you out at the last minute.
this was so
But
much
hey, you
fun.
made it to your destination.
Hi, I'm Meredith Vieira, host of 25 Words or Less. It started as a party game, then it became a game show. And now it's coming to Game Show Network, which is really just one big game show party. We've come full circle.
25 Words or Less. Weekdays starting at 3 on Game Show Network.
If you're washing with the Bargain brand, even when your clothes look clean, there's extra dirt you can't see. Watch this.
That was in these clothes. Ugh. But the clothes washed and Tide, so much cleaner.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Hygienic Clean.
Want to do more for your brain? Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva Plus fuels 6 indicators of brain health. Memory, focus, accuracy, learning, concentration, and reasoning. Nariva, do more for your brain.
Hey, Charlie. Pass the Starkist tuna?
Try my chicken instead.
Starkist chicken?
Premium white chicken with the look and texture of my tuna. Just tear, add,
And go.
try Starkist Premium White Chicken.
As the day wakes up, and that voice begs you to quit. As the pain sets in, and the hill grows steeper, no matter what, we go on. BioFreeze.
The reality of living with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease means you might be dealing with a lot of symptoms, which can change your plans at any time. Gut-focused Entyvio is made for you. Entyvio is the only medicine just for UC and CD that is gut-focused. Entyvio has helped many patients achieve long-term relief and remission. It may help you, too. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. Although unlikely, a risk of PML, a rare, serious, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, experience frequent infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Liver problems can occur with Entyvio. If other treatments haven't worked well enough, ask your doctor about Entyvio. Find out if Entyvio Connect can help with the cost of treatment, whether you are insured or not. Entyvio, made for the gut, made for remission, made for you.
COVID-19. Some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad, it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, asthma, or smoking. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, don't wait. Ask your healthcare provider right away if an authorized oral treatment is right for you.
Like pulsing electric shocks, sharp stabbing pains, or an intense burning sensation. What is this nightmare? It's how some people describe shingles, a painful blistering rash that could interrupt your life for weeks. Forget social events and weekend getaways. If you've had chickenpox, the virus that causes shingles is already inside of you. If you're 50 years or older, ask your doctor or pharmacist about shingles.
Hi.
Going to the Met Clubhouse, 42nd and 5th. I think it's 11 West 42nd Street. All right?
You guys are in the Cash Cab. It's a TV game show that takes place right here in my taxi. What do you say? Do you want to play?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's take a ride in the Cash Cab. So tell me your names.
I'm Chris. I'm Marina.
And I'm Ed.
You guys are headed up to 5th Ave and 42nd Street to the Mets Clubhouse. That's 45 blocks from here. So you have 45 blocks to accumulate as much cash as you can. Are you ready?
We're ready, yeah.
All right, these first questions are worth $25 apiece. Here's your first one. Adhering to a philosophy of free markets and free people, what daily newspaper's web address is WSJ.com?
Wall Street.
Wall Street Journal.
That is correct, and you're on the board with 25 bucks.
All right.
Introduced in 1940, what popular figure skating review originated as a hockey halftime show in Pittsburgh?
The Ice Capades. The Ice Capades.
Ice Capades is right, and you're up to $50.
All right.
Technically the same species, what smooth-skinned fruit is a single-factor mutation of the peach?
Yeah. Nectarine.
That is correct, and good for another 25 bucks. You guys know your mutant fruits. The subject of a Broadway musical, what Argentine First Lady took the title Spiritual Leader of the Nation just before her 1952 death?
Eva Peron. Eva Peron.
Evita, or Eva Peron, that is right, and good for another 25 bucks. All right, you're up to $100. These next questions are worth $50 apiece, and they're a little bit harder. Allowing some fish to take flight, what fins share their name with large chest muscles in the human body?
Yeah, I think it's pectoral. Pectoral?
That is correct, and good for 50 bucks.
Good, great.
I would not have that right. Very good.
In 2007, Civil War historian Drew Gilpin Faust was named the first female president of what prestigious institution?
So it's the Smithsonian or the...
I have no idea.
Stay Smithsonian. The Smithsonian?
Strike one, Harvard University. You have one strike now, 2 more of those, I gotta throw you out.
Uh-oh.
Lending its name to a racy Jamaican resort, what indulgent philosophy focuses on the pure maximization of pleasure?
Hedonism, right? Hedonism. Hedonism.
That is correct, and good for another 50 bucks. 21 blocks to go, you're up to $200. Here's your final $50 question. In architecture parlance, what is the term for the wedge-shaped stone at the top of an arch?
All right. The keystone?
That is correct, and good for another 50 bucks.
And I'm so glad we brought you with us.
That brings you up to $250, and we're stuck at a red light, and that triggers a red light challenge!
We're ready.
All right, here's how the red light challenge question works. It's a multiple answer question. You have to get all parts of the answer correct in order to win the money. If you do, it's worth an extra 250 bucks. No penalty for wrong answers on this one, so everybody call out anything you think might be a part of it till you've gotten the whole thing or time has run out. If you do miss it, you don't get another strike, you don't lose any money, you just don't get the extra 250, and you have 30 seconds to answer from the time I've finished asking. Are you ready?
Yeah. Ready.
Answer this red light challenge correctly and watch your winnings take flight. Name 5 of the 8 countries that contain the most airports. Go.
U.S., France, Russia, China, Japan,
Canada,
Russia. We said Russia.
Brazil.
Oh,
Got
Brazil.
4,
We got
need one
Brazil,
more.
Argentina, Mexico.
You got it with Argentina. Nice job. Woo, Mexico, too. The only ones you didn't say were Bolivia and Colombia. But you guys got 5, and that brings you up to 500 bucks. Nice job. 16 blocks to go. These next questions are worth $100 each, and they are harder still. Though it sounds holy, what handheld arrow-launching weapon was declared by Pope Innocent II to be hateful to God?
Although it sounds holy.
Oh, crossbow.
Crossbow.
Crossbow is right, and good for another 100 bucks. Giving birth to Exxon, Mobil, Chevron, and Conoco, what sprawling company was broken up in 1911 under the Sherman Act?
Rockefeller's Standard Oil, I think it was.
Standard Oil?
Yes, Standard Oil is right. Good for another 100. You're up to $700.
We're going.
Similar to skydiving, what extreme sport requires parachuters To leap from a fixed object, such as a cliff or a building.
Paragliding?
Okay, we say paragliding.
Ouch! Strike 2. It's base jumping. It's called base jumping.
That was never.
All right, we've got just about a block to go, a block and a half to go. You have $700, you have 2 strikes. Here's your next $100 question. After leaving Likud, what world leader founded the centrist Kadima Party in November of 2005?
Centrist Kadima.
We're pulling into your destination.
That's Israel?
This is for everything, guys.
Arik Sharon?
Arik Sharon.
You just won $800 in the cash cab! Okay, so here's the deal. You guys have made it here. You've won $800. I've got it right here. I can give it to you, and you can be on your way. Or you can stick around and risk it all and go for double or nothing on a video bonus question. So take a minute and decide what you want to do.
No deal.
All right, we'll take the money.
We're gonna take the money.
We'll take the money and walk.
All right, well, congratulations. Here's your $800. Good job. You guys earned it. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for playing. Great game.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Migraine attacks? You can't always avoid triggers like stress. Qulipta can help prevent migraine attacks. You can't prevent what's going on outside. That's why Qulipta helps what's going on inside. Qulipta is a pill, gets right to work to prevent migraine attacks and keeps them away over time. Qulipta blocks CGRP, a protein believed to be a cause of migraine attacks. Qulipta is a preventive treatment for episodic migraine. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and tiredness. Learn how AbbVie can help you save on Qulipta.
At the Tidy Cats Innovation Lab, we live to solve litter issues. Odor control? Under control. Absorption? Absolutely. Clumping? Conquered. Performance is part of every Tidy Cats litter. No wonder we're America's #1 litter.
Only Daisy Cottage cheese will do. Only Daisy Cottage cheese will do. So creamy and delicious. Only Daisy Cottage cheese.
And Doug.
All right, Limo, give me a socket wrench, some pliers, and a phone open at libertymutual.com. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. And you can even save $652 when you switch. Okay, I need a crowbar and a blowtorch. Limo, call a mechanic. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Kids and pets live in extraordinary worlds. Raid Essentials. Protection that's both safe and effective to use around kids and pets in whatever world you find them. Raid Essentials. Protection for everyone.
SC Johnson, a family company.
Who's on it with Jardiance?
We're managing type 2 diabetes and heart risk.
We're hitting the trails between meetings.
And putting the brakes on fried foods.
Jardiance is a once-daily pill that not only lowers A1C, it goes beyond to reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease. And Jardiance may help you lose some weight.
Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
A once-daily pill that goes beyond lowering A1C?
We're on it.
We're on it.
We're on it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
The stars come out to play in the ultimate game of give and take.
We're in for a wild ride tonight.
The $100,000 Pyramid. Weekdays at 4 starting Monday.
How you doing?
We're going to the public theater.
Public theater?
Astor Place.
Is that down on Astor Place?
Astor Place, yeah.
You guys are in the Cash Cab. It's a TV game show that takes place right here in my taxi.
Yay!
What do you say, everybody? Do you want to play?
Woo!
All right, let's take a ride in the cash cab. So what are your names?
Corinne.
I'm Ava.
Emily.
I'm Ken.
You're headed down to the public theater. That is 38 blocks away. That means you guys have 38 blocks to accumulate as much money as you can. So let's get started right away. Are you ready?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, these first questions are worth $25 apiece. Here's your first one. A staple of witty repartee, what French word means I've been hit in the sport of fencing?
Touche.
Yeah, touche.
Touche is correct, and you're on the board with 25 bucks. In the rules of the road, cab drivers are supposed to give EMTs the right of way. What is EMT an abbreviation for?
Emergency
medical technician. Yeah.
Emergency medical technician?
That is correct, and you're up to 50 bucks. A classic example of stop-motion animation. What children's TV character has been described as a little green lump of clay?
Oh, you guys know this, right?
Yeah,
Gumby.
I love that show. Completely.
Gumby is right, and you're up to 75 bucks.
So you didn't even have to say it.
With the odor of hops and yeast wafting through its air, what Wisconsin city has been home to Millard Brewing since 1854?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
That is correct, and you're up to 100 bucks.
Yes. All right.
We know beers.
Okay, you're 4 for 4. You've got $100. These next questions are worth $50 each, and they're a little bit harder. At an annual food fight in Buñol, Spain, participants harmlessly hurl over 100 metric tons of what overripe produce?
I definitely know this.
What is it?
No, it's tomatoes.
Okay, tomatoes.
Tomatoes is correct, and good for the 50 bucks. You guys are on a roll. More extreme than chauvinism, what word literally means hatred of women in Greek?
Misogyny. Yeah. Misogyny?
Misogyny.
That is correct, and you guys are up to $200.
Go feminists.
And we're stuck at a red light, and that triggers a red light challenge! As determined by a 2006 survey by Forrester Research, name 4 of the 5 most trusted brands in consumer technology. Go.
Dell, Sony,
Got 2.
Apple
HP,
Panasonic. I don't know.
Panasonic.
You got it with Panasonic in 1 second. All right. The only one you guys didn't say was Bose, but you didn't need it. You got 4 out of 5, and you're up to 450 bucks. 17 blocks to go. You now have $450. Still no strikes. Here is your next $50 question. Low on originality, Chicago, Washington, D.C., and L.A. all have Amtrak stations with what name?
We live
Union Station.
Union, yeah. 30,
Right?
30.
In DC? It's
Yeah,
Union
DC,
Station.
Union Station. Yeah, it's Union
What
Station.
was that? They're LA and Chicago.
No, he said they all have
Union
the same
Station.
name. It's
Yeah,
Union Station.
Union Station.
That is correct, and you're up to $500. Headquartered in Alexandria, the Coptic Church is the leading bastion of Christianity in what African nation?
Should we do a shout out?
Who can we shout out to, though?
It's in some
We can just get feedback.
country in Egypt.
5 seconds.
Egypt.
We'll say Egypt.
That is correct, and good for another 50 bucks. And you're up to 550. Well done.
All right.
All right, guys, 12 blocks to go. Still no strikes. Still have both your shout-outs. These next questions are worth $100 each, and they are harder still.
On America Says, nothing is sweeter than the last-second buzzer beater.
Britney Spears. Taylor Swift.
Lady Gaga.
Oh, yo, you got it. You got it. Well done.
America Says starts next, only on Game Show Network.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, fingersticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers without fingersticks. Now I'm managing my diabetes better, and I've lowered my A1C from 8.2 to 6.7.
Take the mystery out of managing your diabetes and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
You said you'd never get a dog. You said you'd never do a lot of things. But you never knew what a dog could do for you. And with Resolve, you never worry about the mess. Love the love, resolve the mess.
This is John. He never gives up, no matter what life throws his way. high cholesterol, heart disease, 17 fad diets, 5 kids, 3 grandkids, 1 heart attack, and 18 passwords that seem to change daily. With Leqvio, John can lower his cholesterol, and so can you. When taken with a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50% and keep it low with 2 doses a year. Common side effects with Leqvio were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. With Leqvio, lowering cholesterol becomes just one more thing life throws you away. Ask your doctor if Leqvio is right for you. Lower, longer, Leqvio.
From prom dresses to workouts and new adventures, you hope the more you give, the less they'll miss. But even if your teen was vaccinated against meningitis in the past, they may be missing vaccination for meningitis B. Although uncommon, up to 1 in 5 survivors of meningitis will have long-term consequences. Now, as you're thinking about all the vaccines your teen might need, make sure you ask your doctor if your teen is missing meningitis B vaccination.
Simsa came a long way to feel the feeling of Planet Oat oat milk. A rich, creamy oat milk with less sugar that tastes every bit as marvelous as the moments we share. Oh, what a planet.
Why Woolite? Because it's specially formulated to protect your clothing from damage in the wash, like fading, stretching, and pilling. Woolite has a first-of-its-kind formula that keeps today's fabrics looking like new. Woolite Damage and Darks Defense.
Age is just a number, and mine's unlisted.
Try Boost High Protein with 20 grams of protein for muscle health versus 16 grams in Ensure High Protein. Boost High Protein also has key nutrients for immune support. Boost High Protein.
All right, guys, 12 blocks to go. Still no strikes, still have both your shout-outs. Okay, here we go. Here's your first $100 question. Believed to violate the laws of physics, what theoretical type of machine produces enough energy to power itself?
Perpetual motion machine.
That is correct. All right. And you're up to $650, guys. And we've got 3 blocks to go.
Oh, man.
Here's your next $100 question. Used to describe the tailbone and the appendix, what is the term for body parts that have become useless over the course of evolution?
Vestigial.
Yes. Vestigial, buddy.
Yeah. All right, vestigial. I hope that's right.
That is correct, and we're here. You just won $750 in the cash cow.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
You've won $750. I've got it right here. I can give it to you now. You can take it and be on your way. Or you can stick around and risk it all and go for double or nothing on a video bonus question. Now, here's how the video bonus question works. I'll play a video clip for you. I'll ask you a single question about that video clip. If you answer it correctly, you're gonna double your money. You're gonna walk with $1,500. But if you miss it, you're gonna lose it all at the last second and leave with nothing. So take a minute and decide what you want to do.
I mean, we should do it. Why not? It's like...
You guys want to go for it?
Yeah.
Let's go for the video bonus! Okay, guys, this is it. This is the big moment. It's for $1,500 or no dollars at all.
Oh, don't say that.
Take a look at the screen, and good luck. On a still day, skilled skydivers like these can hit the ground mere inches from their intended targets. In parachuting parlance, what is the term for the predetermined area of land where these daredevils plan to touch down?
Like a bullseye?
I think it's the drop zone.
Oh,
yeah.
That sounds like
drop zone.
Drop zone sound right?
The drop zone sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
that's great. All right. Is it the drop zone?
You just won $1,500! Congratulations, you guys. A job well done. Here's your $1,500. Enjoy it. Way to go. Nobody wanted it. Congratulations. Great job. Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Have a great night. Thanks for playing. Don't spend it all in one place. Those guys landed right in the drop zone with $1,500 to show for it.